All right, two arrests in a shooting that left two NYPD officers wounded this time last night.
The officers were trying to stop the suspects after a grocery store robbery in the Bronx. Dan Bowens is joining us now in the Tremont section, which is where the officers are based. Good evening, Dan.
Derry and Steve, these officers were assigned here at the 4-6 precinct. They were at the very end of their shifts last night, getting ready to go home when this call came in about a robbery. They responded, and in the process, two of them were shot. Tonight, police say the people responsible are in custody. Police believe Jason Polanco shot two officers and his own accomplice following a robbery. The NYPD saying tips from the public helped identify the 23-year-old suspect after an intense 14-hour search.
We have 29 calls. Altogether, 10 identify Jason Polanco.
The chain of events unfolding at around 10:20 Monday night. Polanco and another man identified as Joshua Kemp entered a deli at 180th Street and Webster Avenue in the Tremont section of the Bronx. Surveillance video showing one of the men leaping over the counter taking cash and the other man pushing people to the floor. At the same time, 5 members of the anti-crime unit at a nearby precinct heard the call.
Those officers last evening were ending their chore duty when a call came in about a robbery, and immediately all 5 ran out of the station, got into a police vehicle.
Minutes later, police say this is Polanco ordering food inside a Chinese restaurant a few blocks from that deli. Outside, those officers confronted Kemp, the accomplice. That's when cops say Polanco opened fire, striking Kemp and one of the officers. Polanco, a boxer whose Instagram page displays anti-police rhetoric, fired 2 more shots, striking the other officer. Police recovered the .44 caliber handgun. Polanco was later arrested on Tuesday afternoon. Kemp was taken into custody after he checked into Columbia Presbyterian, where he claimed he was the victim of a robbery.
He was taken to Columbia Presbyterian Hospital with a bogus story that quickly fell apart when detectives started asking about him.
Officer Aliro Pellerano was shot in his left arm and chest. Andrew Dossi, an Iraq war veteran and Army reservist, was hit in his left arm and lower back. Both are expected to make a full recovery.
I want to, at this point in time, publicly commend them for their response to this incident and the bravery they exhibited in terms of dealing with the individuals that they encountered.
And Jason Polanco is facing 5 counts of attempted murder of a police officer in addition to those robbery charges. Kemp is also facing robbery charges. We're told that Officer Pellerano could be released from the hospital as early as tomorrow morning. Derry, back to you.
All right, Dan, thank you. And the father of one of the wounded officers spoke out today. Joseph Dosey said that his son Andrew loves his job, is a patriotic guy, and always has a good attitude. Mayor de Blasio, though, went to see the officer in the hospital. There was a report in the New York Post that said that Officer Dosey wasn't so happy to see the mayor, but it seems that his father is backing off of some of those comments.
I guess he was, sort of like, oh, why'd he come? Maybe. I really don't want to say anything bad about that. To me, the mayor really seemed like he was concerned.
He also added that he thought the situation with the mayor may have gotten a little out of hand.